Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the April 27th Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a Little Time for Myself. And before we begin, today is my very good friend Jody's birthday. So happy birthday, Jody. I love you. Mwah, mwah. All right, we'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'll take a moment and look this over. The question is, before settling for one of 2 extremes today, how many other options can I explore? And the passage starts off with the realization that things don't have to be all or nothing. Thinking in extremes can cause problems. This person gradually realized that they had choices. In fact, they have many choices. And these choices pertain to thoughts, feelings, decisions, situations. Whenever this person needs to make a decision, it doesn't have to be like one way or the other. There are many good choices. And this person reminds us that we can use our higher power, our sponsor, in a meeting to help us make decisions. Today's reminder, when we feel trapped in extremes, we can remember that we have many choices. The quote is from Discovering Choices, Recovery in Relationships. When we let go of warped ideas, we can make new choices. How many other options can I explore before settling into extremes? I love this reminder. And I find that the older I get, the more aware I become of myself, the more I realize that whenever I'm thinking in extremes, I'm out of balance. And the older I get, the more I realize that I don't feel comfortable in extremes. So if I'm feeling uncomfortable, it's probably because somewhere in my mind I'm thinking one extreme or another. And even the weather, I find that I don't care for the extremes. I don't like the extreme cold, and the extreme hot is not my favorite either. It's just another way that extremes don't really work for me. I think the key for me, the magic, is in remembering that I always have choices and that extremes are, for me, a sign that I'm not in balance. And so that means I'm out of balance, which means that it's not ideal. And the way that I can help remember that I have options is to talk with people I trust, to go to meetings, to read my conference-approved literature, to journal, to ask my higher power for help. These are all ways that keep me more balanced and away from extremes. Moving right along, I will take a moment and look this over. That's lovely. This is about accepting ourselves, how our self-esteem cannot be attached to what others think of me or what I think others think of me. We can't please all the people on earth. Nothing is perfect. No person is perfect. But we are worthy of love, respect, and joy. Our higher power accepts us exactly as we are. Today's reminder, when we make decisions, let us choose to enhance our self-esteem. And the quote is from Al-Anon Faces Alcoholism. Living a full life includes liking and caring for ourselves. Beautiful reminder as always. To me, this falls under the heading of love and compassion. Everything goes back to that. But also I don't know if my sponsor made it up. I've heard it in Al-Anon before, so she probably heard it in Al-Anon and then shared it with me. But the whole idea of being perfectly imperfect, that nothing is supposed to be perfect. And even what does that mean? Because everyone's idea of perfect is different. So, and that also kind of coincides with the reading in A Little Time for Myself, because when I think of perfect, I think of that as an extreme. Like when someone is a perfectionist, that is taking something to an extreme. So I'm always amazed at how the readings connect. Everything is connected. We're all connected. Everything is connected. But it's so beautiful when I can see the connection. That makes me feel really good. So we make choices that we can feel good about. And that also touches on detachment with love, because we can't please everyone all the time. Sometimes we can't please anyone but ourselves. Or that might be our perception. Like sometimes, like, it's so funny because how do I know if I'm pleasing someone or not unless they speak up? And then if they do speak up and say they're not pleased, then it's up to me to figure out if it's their issue or if I really did something wrong. And if I did, I can make amends or change my mind and whatever I need to do. But both these readings today feel very hopeful and comfortable for me. that they're reminding me of very good things, and I'm grateful for that. We'll close out with the serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.